By all your mercy, we will read today Shri Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali verse 8. Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Just a moment. Oh Goddess, I'm helpless and afflicted in the middle of an ocean of sorrow. Oh Goddess, I'm helpless and afflicted in the middle of an ocean of sorrow. Please take me to the wonderful abode of your lotus feet in the powerful boat of your mercy. Read again. Oh Goddess, I'm helpless and afflicted in the middle of an ocean of sorrow. Please take me to the wonderful abode of your lotus feet in the powerful boat of your mercy.
Wow.
Explanations. When the mind is very agitated by feelings of separation, the loving devotee may feel helpless or unfortunate, unable to make an end to it. So I think this is also one important point, because especially for me, my mind is always very agitated by material things, my selfish desires, these material circumstances. But here Anantadas Baba says, when mind is very agitated by feelings of separation, this should be proper. How our mind should be very agitated by feelings of separation. This is the loving devotee. We can learn from them. When the mind is very agitated by feelings of separation, the loving devotee may feel helpless or unfortunate, unable to make an end to do it. Also, he feels smashed by the pain of separation. He knows there is no other remedy than the direct attainment sorry. Although he feels smashed by the pain of separation, he knows there is no other remedy than the direct attainment of Sri Radhika's audience and service. It's also a word, so attainment means Sri Radhika's audience and service. This is only remedy.
Only medicine.
Attainment of Sri Radhika's audience and service. This is the only medicine. Srila Raghunath Dasa Goswami feels as if he is lying in the middle of an ocean of misery. Which knows no comparison in this mundane world. No amount of material or spiritual suffering can compare to it. One day, Shri Gauri Devi Parvati asked her divine husband, Shriman Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, about the super excellence of Sri Radha's love. And Lord Shiva told her, O Shiva, one day, Shri Gauri Devi Parvati asked her divine husband, Shriman Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, about the super excellence of Sri Radha's love. And Lord Shiva told Parvati, O Shiva, Parvati, if you would make separate piles of all the happiness and misery of all the three worlds, as well as all the spiritual worlds, it could not be compared with even a drop of the happiness during the meeting and misery during separation that Sri Radhika feels out of her love for Mohan, Krishna. The Kinkaris also experience some of this happiness and distress. Because they are non-different from Sri Radhika at heart. And Kinkaris have some of Srimati's Mahabhava infused in them. And thus, if a loving devotee hears even a faint reflection of the high dancing waves that roll on the terrible ocean of Sri Raghunatha's suffering from separation, from a distance, he will immediately understand. No devotee aspirant in the world can speak like that.
This is Jai Shri Radhe. Good morning.
Radhe.
Here we could also make a point. No devotee aspirant in the world can speak like this. That means only a realized soul can do like this. And only a pure devotee can. And here we can ask again, what is a pure devotee? Pure is one who is in the transcendence, who is living in his Svarup, in his Siddha Svarup. Because everything in this world cannot be pure. Because the soul is not connected with its real self. So that means impure. But a devotee who is connected to his real self in his Siddha Svarup is a pure devotee. And he is realizing the Leela. And so we speak about a self-realized soul is a pure devotee. He is like Raghunath Das Goswami. He is no more connected actually to this world. Even to his body, he forget to eat and to drink, sitting in the sun. No more connection to the matter. So, and there is suffering from separation from a distance. That we need to read again, because I don't understand it nicely. The Kinkaris also experience some of this happiness and distress because they are non-different from Sri Radhika at heart, and they have some of her Mahabhav infused in them. And thus, if a loving devotee hears even a faint reflection of the high dancing waves that roll on the terrible ocean of Sri Raghunath's suffering from separation from a distance, he will immediately understand. He will understand that no devotee aspirant in the world can speak like this. Only a pure devotion can. So this is if he listened that about the suffering from separation, even from a distance, he will immediately understand. This is a little complicated text.
Without realization, nobody can explain.
Yeah,
And if no realization, he cannot explain in easy words.
that's it, yeah.
So we cannot explain. They are pure devotee who realize it.
Hmm. Who is in that feelings?
Right.
This is realization. Who enter in the feelings
And living there.
and living there. Yeah.
One is a feeling that I realize, but I am not living there. And realize and I live there. That is the meaning of realization. Real realization. Something I realize, but I feel, but I'm not living there. But
That's the
realize,
distance, no?
yeah, distance. When I realize something, I live there. That is the beautiful. That is the meaning of realization. And I live some other place. What I faint idea I got it is not realized. I have an idea that realization is something there. So we can realize, but we are not living in that realization.
Yeah.
Pure devotees are living there.
Mm. They not only understand that we have to be a maidservant, they feel like a maidservant.
It's not a philosophy that once I read and I don't need to remember. We have to be practical to live in this. In philosophy, you don't need to live in that. It's
Yeah,
a
they
theory.
explain.
Only for explanation for others, not for practical for me.
Because to live in that has some consequence.
That
I have to give up some identification. It has to be a consequence, otherwise it will not work. It's so nice described here. Only a pure devotee can understand this. Who live in his Svarup will immediately understand that feeling. No devotee aspirant in the world can speak like this, like our Raghunath Das speak. Only a self-realized soul in his Siddha Swarup can speak like this and feel like this. Radhe.
Yeah.
No devotee aspirant in the world can speak like that. Only a pure devotee can. Then, the picture of the sad, moon-like face of Srimad Mahaprabhu, the personification of the Vipralambarasa, mood of love in separation, as he relished Sri Radha's feelings of separation from Sri Krishna in the Gambhira. He will be drawn on the slate of his mind. When the life airs,
Then this is when we need to read again. Only a pure devotee can relish this. And then the picture of the sad, moon-like face of Sriman Mahaprabhu, the personification of the Vipalambaras, as he relished Sri Radha's feelings of separation from Krishna in the Gambhira, will be drawn on the slate of his mind. This is the meaning, is the mind of the pure devotee. So we have to make the point of then, right, Kishori?
yes, thank you, Radha.
Otherwise, we cannot understand this text. No? Then, if one is a pure devotee, means in his Siddha Swarup, only then, when he is maidservant, in the maidservant mood, only then, because only the maidservant can understand this. And from this point of view, we can understand this text. Then the picture of the sad moon-like face of Sriman Mahaprabhu, the personification of the Vipralambaras, as he relished Sri Radha's feelings of separation. So he is in Radhika's feelings. Now, Krishna entering Radhika's feelings, and he become, in that point, Radhika. He is now no more Krishna. There is Radhika. In the Gambhira, he relished this mood of separation. And then we will be drawn on the slate of our mind. this picture, right? We also relish these feelings. No others can relish this, because only the maidservants relish Radhika's feelings in separation in this, because we are her shadows. So we know all about her feelings. Because we have some Mahabhav infused. That means her Mahabhav are also in ourselves. So we can feel her. And because of that, the maidservants, we are those who can understand the feelings of Sriman Mahaprabhu. In the Gambhira, the most, intimate place of Mahaprabhu's experiences of the feelings of Radhika. Radhe.
Yeah.
When the life airs in the throat because of strong feelings of love in separation, then again a vision of the deity may come to the devotee, which helps him to stay alive again. Then there is no end to his bliss, and he thinks he is close to his beloved again. This constant succession of meeting and separation brings the devotee in an indescribable condition. This is the speciality of the love of Braja. And it is known as a great treasure.
Treasure.
It is known as a great treasure of the Braja Rasa Upasana. Practitioner of the flavors of Braja.
I think every one of us has moments in the life then he can feel when the life air reach the truth. That comes one time when you are extreme happy, so happy that you can cry, or when you so sad that you can cry. This feeling when your voice is blocked, this is the moment of optimum of feelings in the body. Life airs reach the truth. Then it's here in this area. You know this? And this is a topmost feeling And because of that topmost feeling, one has to cry because of sadness or of some happy feelings. And so we can see that this will all only happen when we have this highest feelings. And this is the description. Maybe we can relish this if we remember that moment when we was very happy or very sad. Then the life airs reach the truth. So we can no more speak. When the life airs reach the truth because of strong feelings. So we also have this experience of strong feelings. And these feelings has to be in love of separation from our beloved Ishtadevi and from our service. Then, again, a vision, when that is so high, our feelings, then again, a vision of the deity may come to the devotee. And that helps him to stay alive again. For that, we have to be one-pointed, so that this strong feeling will appear. We have to be fixed on one point. It's a strong feeling. Radha.
Radha. Whether this prema is to be known as the greatest bliss during union, or the greatest sorrow during separation, cannot be ascertained. But when it arises, it makes the devotee always act as if he is completely mad. From Brihat Bhagavata Nurita. When the vision of the beloved vanishes, the pain of separation becomes so severe that it wipes remembrance of the just experienced bliss of union out of the mind. I will read again. When the vision of the beloved vanishes, the pain of separation becomes so severe that it wipes the remembrance of the just experienced bliss of union out of the mind.
This is, we can only relish one separation or meeting. But our Radhika is able to relish both same time. Right?
Radha.
This is, there is one word is describing this. I think it's Madana Mahabhav. Madanakya Mahabhav, right?
Right.
She is relishing simultaneously love in separation and love in meeting. This is the topmost. Both of them are even topmost. There is no higher. Love in meeting and love in separation. She feels topmost also. Also, we can feel that love in separation or love in meeting, like Raghunath Das is explaining and is showing in this book. But our Radhika, she experienced this both together. Madanakya Mahabhav. This is the topmost of the topmost feelings.
Yeah.
She's sitting on the lap of Mohan together and feels simultaneously the separation. So she is even more than Mahabhav. But here we can read that when the vision of the beloved vanishes, the pain of separation becomes so severe that it wipes the remembrance of the just experience bliss of union out of the mind. In that moment, the vision disappeared, that wipes it out, the remembrance of the meeting.
In such a condition, only another such vision can keep the devotee alive. The practicing devotee should also have some experience in his bhajan. The more experience one has, the more advanced one is. It is shown in Srimad Bhagavatam that just by one time consciously offering his obeisances, Akrura Mahashaya had his spiritual aspirations fulfilled. How much really?
Consciously. What is meaning of consciously? Consciously offering his obeisances. That to understand. That means there is also, we can also do obeisances without conscious. But he did it unconsciously. What is meaning of this conscious? To be conscious. That means one is realizing his real truth, and then he do his obeisances. Same as when we chant without conscious. What is the meaning of that chanting? As long as we don't know who we are, then we may ask who is chanting. Material body and the material mouth, or who? But in that moment we are conscious. That means we know who we really are. Then a self-realized soul starts to chant. And in that moment, his chanting will be successful and he can realize everything. This is conscious. Conscious also means awaken, not sleeping. As long as we are in that identification of the Gurudev say plastic body, we are not conscious. We are sleeping. And in that moment, we wake up by his mercy. Then we are conscious. And we realize everything like Akrura did. Bhaktivinoda Thakur made a song because of this, and that song is, I think it's Jeev Jago. He's calling to every living soul to wake up. Realize you. And also, Prabhupada told his disciples, what do you learn from my books? And they don't know what to say exactly. And then he said, you have to understand that you are not the body. You are a spiritual soul. If you realize only this, then all his books' distribution was successful. If he brings one to the level of the soul, that means conscious, that means waking up. Jai Shri Radha.
じゃあ It is shown in Srimad Bhagavata that just by one time, consciously offering his obeisances, Akrura Mahashaya had his spiritual aspirations fulfilled. How much relish is there in one obeisances? Shri Shukadeva told Maharaja Pariksit, O king, from his chariot, Akrura saw the footprints of Krishna marked with the special signs of the lotus flower, barleycorn, elephant, gold, and others. He saw on the soil of the meadows of Braja. The dust of these feet is held by all the maintainers of the universe, the devas on their crowns. Akrura's ecstatic love and respect increased when he saw these signs. His hairs stood on end, and his eyes became fulfilled with tears of ecstatic love. He jumped from his chariot onto the ground and exclaimed, "Aha! How amazing! How amazing!" Rolling in that food dust and offering his obeisances. Srimad Bhagavatam. Shortly afterwards, he had the darshan of Krishna and Baladeva. In this way, we want experience in all the items of devotion.
He make example. You see,
Akrura was the uncle of Krishna. He was the uncle in relation, but he jumped out from the chariot to see the food dust of Krishna. And he starts relishing and rolling in that food dust. Then he got the realization, the darshan of Krishna and Balaram. What is he? What is his power? His
When we see these experiences of a way of a devotee, again, when we see these experiences of a devotee, it seems as if the Lord is taking him along by the hand.
love is taking alone by his hand. Love. If he has no love and he has no faith in Krishna, it's not going to happen. He has the love. He knows that in this suffering time of Kansa, only Krishna can protect us. He has a full love with Krishna and full faith in Krishna and Krishna. So this love makes him realized. Although he's see the food dust of Krishna, he start rolling there and want to receive the mercy of Krishna.
so there is faith, hope, and love. And love is the highest. It's a beautiful example of these words of the Bible in this behave.
Yeah. Without love, there is no faith and hope. So it takes time to faith. And love makes faithful and hopeful to us.
And he is the uncle, so he has a relationship.
Yeah.
That is necessary to develop love. Without relationship, there is no love.
The Lord is taking him along by the hand. Can the devotee continue? If he does not even get slightly acquainted with his beloved deity, how can we advance towards someone we have never seen, who is beyond our purview? I could not get acquainted with she, with everything in me. I never even think of the maid service of Sri Radha, to whom my merciful Guru has introduced me. Again, I never even think of the maid service of Sri Radha, to whom my merciful Guru has introduced me.
To love, to develop relation and faith. That to practice. My merciful Guru, what teach me? This only.
Maybe we start a little earlier to read again. We can go deeper in that.
Very deep.
When we see these experiences of a devotee, it seems as if the Lord is taking him along by the hand. Can the devotee continue if he does not even get slightly acquainted with his beloved deity? How can we advance towards someone we have never seen, who is beyond our purview? I could not get acquainted with she who is everything to me. I never even think of the maid service of Sri Radha, to whom my merciful Guru has introduced me. My bodily consciousness is so strong. Everything is adverse to the mood I desire. What a waste our life is when we don't even get slightly acquainted with she who makes even the Supreme Lord of all material and spiritual worlds faint by casting a single sidelong glance at him. But it makes the point of the Guru. She is he is introducing us. it all depends on his mercy, because we are so much in the material. But he is the one who is introducing us to the difference, to that what is beyond, we never saw before. He makes the contact. He opened the eyes. And he makes us awaken. This is explained in these words for me. Merciful Guru has introduced me. Yeah, he should.
Radha. The practicing devotee is drawn towards Radharani's lotus feet by his own strong desire to reach them. Swamini, if you just once stay in my thoughts or in my dreams, then I will be consoled. Please respond. O Swamini, just tell me once. Just tell me once. You are mine. I am sitting here, just waiting for that. And nothing else. When the devotee is so anxiously and exclusively waiting, everything else becomes insignificant for him. And he will slowly be drawn to Radharani's lotus feet through his experiences.
Not through his knowledge.
The light that emanates from Sri Radha's toenails will illuminate the heart of any devotee who develop such an indescribable devotion. Krishna will come to anyone who meditates on Sri Radhika's lotus feet and who hears and chants about her without even being called. Wherever I hear the words Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe from anyone's mouth, in that direction, my mind runs. even the king of lovers, Larji, Krishna, will be astonished by it. Even he will have to calm down. Srimad Bhagavatam says that Shri Krishna sits in the heart of those who hear and sing about him and cleans all material contamination from these hearts, making them worthy places for him to sit. Swamini's heart is even softer. According to the Mahajans, previous teachers, Swamini says, anyone who speaks about me is as I want him or her to be, is pleasing me very much. This I said, sitting in Vrindavan. Anyone who speaks about me, Swamini, is as I want him or her to be. It's pleasing me very much. This I said, sitting in Vrindavan. Actually, without Srimati Radharani's mercy, Krishna can never be attained.
Why?
Sri Ranarottama Das Thakur sings. Please
Why
say.
is that? Why no one can attain Krishna without Radhika? It's actually easy because without Radhika there is no Krishna. His sweetness depends on her. And if she is not there, there is only Narayan. There is no sweet Krishna. Krishna depends on Radhika. So it's clear that no one can attain that Krishna without Radhika. There is no Vrindavan without Radhika. It all depends on her. Her Mahabhav is that what makes Vrindavan Vrindavan and what makes Krishna Krishna. So to relish the sweetness of Vrindavan and to relish the sweetness of Krishna, we have to follow Radhika. Only then we will get this sweetness and we will get in that sweet. She is the key.
Gurudev, please share some. You say some, Gurudev?
Yes.
You said something?
Radhika is teaching us how to loving, how to relate, how to feel, how to understand. Without Radhika mercy, and Gurudev is telling me and Radhika is teaching, all they are giving mercy to me. And she make her dasi to do that, to see Radhika's Krishna. This Krishna is Radhika's Krishna. This feeling has to come. Then we will see the Krishna. He is telling, if you see Krishna alone, then you see Narayan Krishna. He is not real Krishna.
But if we call Radhika's name only once, Krishna will come, the real Krishna, because he is so attached by her name. So Krishna will maybe not come if we call Krishna Krishna. Maybe not, maybe yes. But if we are calling Radhika, Radhika, he will come for sure.
Krishna will come, but maybe Mathura Krishna, Dwaraka Krishna, Mathura Krishna, not Brajendananda.
Yeah.
Rukmini Krishna can come, Kubja Krishna can, but not Radhika's Krishna.
Actually, without Srimati Radharani's mercy, Krishna can never be attained. Srila Narottama Das Thakur says,
Easy way, he is teaching. He is teaching us easiest way. Mahajans teach how to make a life easy.
yeah. Anyone who decorates one's body with Radhika's foot dust easily gets giridhari. I praise any great soul who takes shelter of Radhika's lotus feet.
Right.
Glory to the holy name of Radha that resides in Vrindavan. That is the jewel of Krishna's pastimes. Fate has deprived me by not letting me hear the glorification of Radha. Fate has deprived me by not letting me hear the glorification of Radha. Anyone who associates with Radha's devotees and speaks about her rasa, her pastimes, and her love. This person will attain Ganashama Krishna. But anyone who is against this will never attain perfection. Let us not even hear these people's names. Oh, brother, when you
What is the
think,
meaning of perfection?
would you explain?
We come always to the same. We'll never attain perfection. Perfection is the spiritual body and the service in the spiritual body. This is perfection to Radhika. And if we are against this, we will never get it. To reach perfection, we have to associate with Radhika's devotees. This is the meaning in this verse. And we have to speak about her rasa, her lila and her love. Then we attain this Krishna. And we get the perfection. Our real identification as a maidservant and a body, a spiritual body, and seva in that spiritual body, this is perfection. And then we become Maha Premavati Sevikas. We enjoying the seva ras and prema in that case. Divine love. This is perfection. And to be against this that means those who not take shelter on it. Without faith, without hope, without love, not happen. Radhe.
Maybe David Prabhu, you open mic. Some share, please. Well then.
Prabhu said everything perfect.
Radhe. Oh, brother. When you sing Krishna's name, you will get Radhika's lotus feet. When you sing Krishna's name, you will get Radhika's lotus feet. And when you sing Radha's name, you will get Krishna Chandra. I told you this shortly. So now, extinguish the pain in your mind. All other topics are simply miserable. Why is Sri Raghunath Dasa calling a cowhead girl goddess Devi in this verse? From Chaitanya Charitamrita. Devi means most effulgent or most beautiful. But this beauty is made of the pinnacle of divine love. Otherwise, it cannot make Rashika Shekhara, Krishna, the king of relations, happy. This was experienced in a transcendental vision. Devi also means worshipable. By whom is she worshipable? Or she is the abode of Krishna's pastime of worship? The verbal root divya, deep, has several meanings. One of them is krida, or playful. Sri Krishna plays in Sri Radha. Therefore, she is called Dev. Mohan is playing there. That's why she is called Dev. Of course, Krishna also plays in other beloveds. But Sri Radha is the root cause of all these consorts. It is said, Vasati Nagari. She is the abode. She is not just Krishna's beloved. She is also the object of Mohan's worship.
Wow.
Beautiful. Explain.
She is also the object of his worship. This is the most astonishing thing in all the three worlds. That there is a object that even the Lord himself worship.
Yeah.
Actually, the Lord himself is the object of worship, isn't it? Everyone in the world is worshipping the Lord. Christians, Muslim, many others. There is all worship to the Lord. Oh my God. But here we read that she is the object of his worship. That is really amazing. She is the object of his worship. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There he relished all these flavors. There is some sound now coming. I don't know what happened. Some echo. So that this is a speciality in that feeling of Mahaprabhu. That he becomes subject, how Gurudev so nicely many times explained now. And she become object. And how Prabhupada explained the difference between the controller and the absolute truth. So he may be the controller, but the absolute truth is even different. And that means even higher. So, in the relationship between the controller and the absolute truth, the controller becomes subject and the absolute truth becomes object. Because the controller is worshipping the absolute truth. This we can all experience in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's relishing Sevaras in Mahaprabhu. That means the mood of the maidservant. And he is relishing the intense love of separation of Radhika. And he is experiencing also this Madanakya Mahabhav in the Gambhira. This kind of madness Krishna can never relish before. As long as he is the controller and he is the object, he cannot relish this. So he has to become the subject to relish the feelings of that object. This is a deep, deep experiencing of feelings, the deepest, the highest. So we can understand like this, when here it's written, she is also the object of his worship. This is the highest. Isn't it?
Thank you very much. So beautiful. This is it. David Prab, may you share something? Maybe.
She's thinking, when we worship Krishna, we attain Radha's mercy, and then when we worship by her mercy, then we receive Krishna's mercy. So,
Radha, so nice.
Yeah, and it's how Gurudev explained, if we worship Krishna directly, we may attain Narayan. Or Krishna in Dwaraka.
Rukmini
And so on. Huh? What, Gurudev?
Rukmini Krishna.
Rukmini Krishna.
Kubja Krishna. Mathura. So they are Narayan Krishna.
But if we worship Radhika, like we do, we will not attain some foreign Krishnas we're not searching for. We will for sure attain this Krishna in Vrindavan, the sweet. But our goal is even not Krishna. Our goal is Radhika, and we help Radhika to make Krishna happy and bring both together, and we serve both, but exclusively Radhika. But by serving our Radhika, for sure we also serve Mohan. Because actually they are not in this kind of difference. But we not worship Krishna directly. Today we learn this. It's not that we can do like this Krishna.
So the home for Krishna is Radha. So we go to Radha's home for Krishna. She's the abode. Yeah.
Sorry, my English is not good, so I couldn't catch David Prabhu. What do you say?
Krishna's home is Radha. So we go to Radha's home, and from there we receive Krishna. She's the abode. Gurusunda?
Internet was gone. Sorry. There was a question now, David?
Yeah, question was, so Krishna's home is Radharani. So we go to her home because Krishna's there. That's the abode of his love.
We know about different qualities of Krishna, right? But this quality of sweetness in Vrindavan is unique. And this sweetness depends on Radhika. Everywhere, everybody tells Krishna, I am yours, I am yours. So take care of me. And nobody tells Mohan, you are mine, I will take care of you. There is only one who do this. And this is our Radhika. She is telling him, you are mine. So he is free because of her love. So he can play there in Vrindavan. He can nowhere else play like this. Steal butter and so on, hiding him somewhere. And all these sweet attributes of that Krishna depend all on Radhika's love. And Vrindavan is Radhika's kingdom. She what is it in English? A residence?
Oh, Radhe Gaura Sundara Prabhu? Maybe his internet is...
No. Tomorrow, Radhe Radhe. Take care.